Well, hello there, Radical Nation. I have not put a video out. I'm late for a video. I normally try to get one out every 2 weeks. But I recently tripped and knocked my audio interface smack on the floor, and I think I might have broke it, which means I can't do music stuff. I was going to do Radical Riff and was very excited about this one. I had all the footage down. I just needed to record the riff. But alas, was not able to, and waiting on a part to fix it, or I may have to buy a new one. So we'll see. In the meantime, I thought I'd do another cigar video. It's been a while. I haven't smoked a cigar, I think, in maybe a month, but even before that, probably a few months. I still love them. I still buy them. But I just haven't really felt the urge to smoke one in a while. And then went to the store yesterday, and the guy recommended this, which is a Charter Oak Pegnataro. So some quick information. It's a U.S. Connecticut shade. It's Nicaraguan. Jalapa is the binder. And the filler is Nicaraguan Esteli and Jalapa. The size, as you can see, is about 5.5 by 48 Robusto. Robusto is kind of the perfect cigar. It won't tie you up all day, but it'll give you that meditation that's always great with cigars for a good 35-40 minutes. And the strength is medium. And this one here will cost me about 13 bucks. So it's not cheap. So I hope it's good. It's supposed to be a good first cigar of the day if you smoke a lot. And it is the morning here in beautiful Virginia. And I haven't smoked in a while. So I thought it'd be a good first cigar to start things back up again. And then when I get the part, we'll get the next Radical Riff out. So I'm going to cut it. You can see it's got it was explained to me, a cute nipple. I hesitated saying that phrase, but kind of that's what it is. It looks like a balloon knot. Insert balloon knot jokes. Anyway, I digress. So I'm just gonna cut it. Hopefully I don't mess this up. It's been a while. Not bad. A little wide. Got a nice draw. Now let's light it. I'm a little worried because my lighters haven't been working very well. Let's try it. See? Doesn't work. Let me try this one. This might work. So as we do with cigars, if we want to smoke them properly is the wrong word. You should just smoke a cigar and enjoy it. Uh-oh, see, this one's going out, even though it has fluid in it. Some people just light it up. There's no wrong way to do it, really. But, trying to learn from the best. See, this is out. See, this one messed up too. But you want an even burn. That's, I think, the only thing I care the most about. I'm not sure I can tell the difference between the taste of a, lit up right away cigar versus a toasted cigar. I don't have the palate for that. Good, this lighter works. Luckily, I have 3 lighters. So this is still not even. And so I just try to even it out. Probably got too much flame on there. Getting better. And I think we're golden. I was hoping I wouldn't have to pull this guy out. That is my sous vide torch. And occasionally ant killer. But so let's talk about it, huh? Right off the gate, it's good. I immediately enjoyed it. I think I get why it's the first cigar of the day for many people. It's not too strong. Doesn't make you wobbly. Oh, that's good. I miss smoking cigars. I don't like to do it when it's too hot. Like today is a perfect day. It's the morning. It's probably 65. Maybe approaching 70. But it's not too hot. I don't want to sweat when I smoke a cigar. But so far, this first third, that helps, is off to a great start. I hesitate to say what I'm tasting because I think I kind of suck at this. I mean, I think I enjoy I am sophisticated enough to enjoy the complexity of a cigar, and I can appreciate the different complexities of different cigars, and enough to know what I like and what I don't like. And this one I like it. I think there's a little bit of a stronger spice after a pull on the back of my throat that I'm not sure I like that part actually. But everything else around it is pretty smooth and silky and creamy. Some would say creamy vanilla. It's all those things, but then it's got that little bite. Actually, I think maybe it went away. Maybe it's because I haven't smoked in a while. Yeah, black pepper, I think that's what that was. What else? I sometimes think people are making it up when they say these things. And I may be no exception, but malt maybe? I think that's actually a good one, malt. I like malt. But I am really enjoying this. This is great. So that's the kind of on the first third. I'm going to pause there, and then we'll get back to it and talk about the second third. All right, we're now approaching the second third. It's what people talk about cigars, talk about thirds. That's right. I'm on the second third. I don't think it tastes any different. I think it tastes the same. Maybe a little more peppery in the beginning and a little more mild in the second third. But kind of consistent. I do notice that cigars do change flavor depending on what third you're in. But this one didn't change too much. kind of 20 minutes in. 20 minutes into this guy. And I may just stop. I don't know if the third is a little bit hardcore. Maybe a little more hardcore for me. Some people get a little poker and smoke it because it gets too hot. I don't generally feel the need to smoke a cigar that long. So we may not get there today. But it is absolutely delightful. I think it's if you smoke a lot of cigars, a great morning cigar. I was a little bit hesitant to smoke this morning because it's not typically something I'd want to do in the morning. It's early too. It's like 9:30 or something. 9:30, 10 o'clock. That's too early for a cigar, in my opinion. But I wanted to do this video because my interface is broken. And I don't regret it. So if you smoke a lot of cigars, I definitely recommend this for the morning. Especially on the weekend when it's nice and cool out. But I feel like this, sometimes there's these cigars that are like air. They're too light. For me anyway. And it's kind of like it's almost like paper smoke in your mouth. This is not that. This is a lighter cigar, but is very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. I probably would pair with, this is something else I'm not sure I know a lot about, but if you're a drinker, with a white tequila, a silver Patron, I think that would be good. Of course, I'm not drinking at the moment. I'm on one of my hiatuses from drinking, which I think you got to do every once in a while. Not to digress, but I think the science is clear that drinking's bad for you. Even in moderation, apparently. I'm not here to tell you what to do, though. But I know that I like to take breaks. I like to take long breaks so that I don't inhibit my motivation and drive to make videos like this. Yeah, I like that. Oh man, I really do. This might get me back into smoking maybe more than I should. But this cigar, Charter Oak, Pegnataro. I said that in an Italian accent, but it's not Italian. It's Nicaraguan. Or the filler is. Oh yeah, the binder is too. Nicaraguan cigars. So my father-in-law, shout out to Joe. He just gave me a Cuban recently. I've never had a Cuban. A Cuban is supposed to be the be-all, end-all. But the more I read about cigars, I kind of feel like Cuban had its day, and it's not as... There's probably still great cigars there, but these are still other places that are legal to get, like Nicaragua, are just as good, if not superior. Now, I can't say that with authority yet because I haven't had a Cuban. But maybe that's the next video, to smoke this, what is it, Cohiba. I'm a little suspicious, no offense, Joe, that he didn't keep his humidor as well. Let's just say this, that he didn't keep his humidor at the humidity that I like to keep my humidor. So I'm letting it sit in mine so that it gets to where I like it, which could take a couple months. But that's what I wanted to do. Let's talk about that just for a second. humidors, it's like they say the sweet spot for humidity is 65 to 75. Now, everybody's got their preference. The more humid you make it, the more likely your cigar is going to go out if it's left unattended for very long. And it's a little bit less smoky. I like mine smoky, like this. I want my cigar to burn. I don't want it to be too dry, because then it tastes nasty, in my opinion. Let me throw someone else under the bus. My father. I gave him some really nice cigars. What were they? I remember it was a Connecticut wrapper, but for some reason I can't remember the company. Really nice cigars. Him and my brother. And he, a few months later, they're dry, brittle. And smoking it was not enjoyable. And it was one of my favorite types of cigars too, which is crazy that I can't remember the name right now. But too dry sucks. That's just bad. But I think you're in the realm of enjoyable between 65 and 75. I like 68 degrees. That's my sweet spot. That's not easy to get. You humidifying packs that you can get, seems like they don't have one for 68. They have one for 69, 70, 72. And so me, with the various things I have at my disposal to adjust the humidity, it's tricky sometimes to get to 68. But that's my sweet spot, because it's not too dry. Definitely not too dry, not even close. But it burns well. Whereas 65 might burn just, that's also not too dry, but it maybe burns a little more than I want it to. And then 75, I mean, you put that down for a second, it's going to go out. And the pool, the draw, this is the draw. The draw is much harder because it's a little more moist. You also have to be careful too. This is a very gross thing to share, but I guess it's true. If it gets too humid in there, because these things are hand rolled, they just take them from the field, they dry them out, they age the tobacco, but there could be bugs in them. Excuse me, even grosser, bug eggs. Isn't that fun to think about? So if they're too humid, and I don't know what the science is or what the right degrees is, but I would venture to say 78 degrees to higher, those things, suckers, can hatch in your cigar and ruin your cigar. They're not going to do that at 68. So that's a gross thing to think about. Yeah, I kind of regret bringing it up, but that is something to consider if you want to start collecting cigars. It's funny, I really think this is going to get me back into it because it's so enjoyable. I've said this before, but a cigar, most of the time, it is very relaxing. And you think with nicotine it might make you jittery or something. It doesn't. It just makes you chill out. And I love it. For a while there, I'm like, I'm kind of treating these things. I might have 40 cigars in my humidor. That's it. I don't need to get anything bigger than that. It might not even be that much. Maybe it's more like 30. Maybe it might be more like 25 or 30 if I think about it. But for a while there, I was thinking, I'm treating these things like pets. Like, I'm looking at it every day and making sure the humidity is perfect every day. And that can get a little old, taking care of them. And I know some of my friends have who smoke cigars got sick of doing it, and they just, when they want a cigar, they go buy a cigar, which is cool too. So for a while there, I thought that might be me too, because I was getting a little tired of it. it kind of requires a little more attention than I really want to give. I think if you get a fancy humidor, then maybe you don't need to worry about it. You just turn it on. I don't have that. It looks cool, but I still need to pay attention to the humidity. But I don't think, now I'm kind of reinvigorated. I'm going to take this band off now. And we're getting to that last third, which I'll probably maybe forego. Who knows? I'm having a good time talking to you all about this. But yeah, man, I think I might get back into it. Or maybe this is my new cigar. I'm definitely going to be buying this again. I think my favorite cigar still, though, is, and I was a fast fan of this cigar, and it's still the best, even better than this, which is the Perdomo 12-year anniversary cigar. It's aged 12 years before it hits the shelf, but I love that one. You know why I love it? I don't know why this is cool to me, but it has a hint of nutmeg in it. I think that's so cool. I feel like that works with cigars. Hint of nutmeg and maybe vanilla, and it's super smooth. And I seem to like that. This one's close. It's close to that, but it doesn't have the nutmeg. That is good. But again, I think I've also said this before, but cigars are kind of cool. I mean, they're all hand rolled, unless it's a Swisher Sweet. Who would want to smoke that? But they're all hand rolled, even the cheaper ones. So the amount of care that goes into just making one, even a cheaper brand, is phenomenal to me, or extraordinary to me. And how they make me feel. Again, on a cool day, in this case a cool morning, where it's just so relaxing. I just had breakfast. I had some black tea, which is maybe something else I'll talk about one of these days. I don't know if I like black tea. Someone asked me to. Someone said I should try it, and it's okay. I'm not sure what the benefits are. I think I just like coffee, but I had a lot of that too. Anyway, all to say, a light breakfast, some black tea, a half a cup of coffee, and now this cigar on a cool morning. Feels good to me. It's very meditative. When you're alone, like I am now, talking to myself, unless there's views. Anyway, but it's also great. One of my favorite things in the world is to smoke a cigar with my dad and brother. So it's a great social thing. I think there's something to say, or something that enhances a conversation when you're not just focused on the conversation. If you're sitting around, when you have a little something else that you're paying a little bit of attention to, takes the edge off a conversation. Some of us might not need the edge taken off, but it still, I think, enhances it and makes it maybe a little smoother. So a social thing that's probably the most fun. Smoking one by yourself is not as fun as that, but it is meditative. You got to find your moments of pleasure in life, folks. It's a crazy world out there. It's a little scary. So what's going to give you a little moment of peace? Well, today is this wonderful cigar that I share with you. I forgot the name already. The Charter Oak Pegnataro. If you like it somewhat on the mild side, or you smoke a lot of cigars during the day and you want a morning cigar, this is your guy. And as I approach the final third, I think I have been fulfilled and satisfied. So, with that, I will leave you. And until next time, stay radical, my friends. Radical middle. See ya. Bye.